HA Americans helping Americans and AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, coming to you live today. We're going to talk a little bit about NODs, Notice of Trustees sales. We're going to talk about the art of the deal and some creative real estate. Uh, oh, we're getting some feedback again. Hmm, there we go. Interesting. Let me change this. Figure out how to get this audio going. Test, test, test. Communications. Try that mic. Hello, test, test, test. Microphone. Hello, test, test, test. Hello, hello. Okay. Hello. Video. We've got no video. Turned it off. Integrated video. I don't want any video. Audio. Default speakers. Trying that. Audio input, output. Okay. Communication. Test, test, test. Hello, test, test, test. Hello, test, test, test. All right. Nope, it's still happening. Okay. Well, that's so irritating. Fucking dumb. This- Turn this back on. All righty. Hello, can you hear me? Test, test, test. All right. Got some chat. Oh, it says okay, cool. Sebastian. Hello, can you hear me? Test, test, test. Getting some echo. Lots of echo over here. Oh, it says okay, cool. Sebastian. Where? Yeah, how's it going, Sebastian? All right, so it looks like we're gonna get some feedback. I don't know what happened here. This is darn mic. Testing out a new one. Can't post much of the same channels. Okay, gotcha. Test, test, test. All right. So it says you can hear, but what I did want to go through is so we'll try. We'll make it kind of short. We'll go about 5-10 minutes. But I'm getting some feedback. I don't know, okay, but I'm just gonna put mute there. Test, test. Okay, I'm putting mute on myself. Maybe I can just hear myself. But this is what we got going on today. Usually Saturday is usually a sales day or a field day where you're going out, you're getting on the man. Um, we're going out into the field. Sebastian, what are you doing? Are you into real estate, or what you looking to get into real estate? I see you're over on LinkedIn. That's awesome. All righty, do that. And so NODs, notice of trustee sales, right? Or NODs, notice of defaults, and notice of trustee sales. Distressed properties are what you're looking for, right? At the end of the day. So we're going to talk about, yes, is, how to find these deals for one. What are they? What's so important about the art of the deal? I hate the word sales, right? But sales is sales. We all sell. We're all always selling something. Yes. All right. Okay. Cool. And e-commerce. Awesome. All right. I'm going to go ahead and move. I'll take what do we have right here, so I can actually see it. So no money down. Now this is obviously it was very appealing to me when I got started back in 2003. Right. It was pre foreclosures. Right. People wanted to work them. Some people did not want to work them. Distress situations, properties that were distressed. Notice of trustees, we call NOTs or NOTSs, a notice of trustee sale. There's a foreclosure process in the state of California. Other states are non-judicial, so you got to go through the legal system, like Florida, Missouri, Texas, certain parts. Not well, I shouldn't say Texas, certain parts of Missouri and Florida and other states, right? But the NODs are super important right now because we're getting more and more NODs that are kind of popping up all over the United States of America. And then they're moving to the notice of trustee sale. That's when it actually goes to an auction. Once you get an auction date, then anybody who has the money or a suitcase of cash or a cashier's check or a letter from the bank, they can go and bid on these properties and hopefully pick them up at a discount. But of course, when you're at the auction, remember you're dealing with the good old boys club. So if they like you, they'll let you buy a few, but they won't let you buy a lot until they don't, or they say, you know what, hey, we're going to squeeze you out. Then they will squeeze you out because they got the big dollars, right? And a lot of people are runners, so they're out there bidding, 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 and they got caps they got to meet, and they'll go ahead and buy some of these properties sight unseen, or they'll do a drive by just to make sure it's not burnt down, and they will buy these cash. They'll buy them more than most others, right? If you're going to try to buy them and fix them and flip them or buy and hold. Our goal is to go after that low hanging fruit, right? Go after the low hanging fruit and get them before they go to the auction, get them before they go to the good old boys club, right? And go directly to the seller. Work a deal. This is where the art of the deal comes in, right? This is where creative real estate investing comes in. I'm going to show a couple of videos on some walkthroughs where some properties were locked up with some mentees throughout the United States, and we're going to go through a couple of those and kind of go through what they're about and how we're going to take those down and how we can fix them and flip them and buy them and hold them or cash flow them, right? Super awesome stuff. And then we're going to talk about some, yes, I hate using the word ninja, but hey, it's the only thing I can think of is stealth, right? Things that are passed down from bloodlines to bloodlines to bloodlines. This is a little bit different. Don't have to have the same bloodline involved, right? Just got to, hey, we're part of the cause and mission. And if you want to rock and roll in real estate, we want to help you out. And that's why we're going to share some AMP Live methods, stuff that we've learned for the last couple of decades and going through the process of doing this business. Okay. If you haven't registered, click the link down below. It's a simple survey, tells us a little bit about yourself, a little about see if we're a good fit. We can help you. Awesome. You may be ready for us, or you may not be, because we're a different type of mentoring and training. We're actually a mentoring. I don't even like to say company, right? But we do have a mentoring program. We have a AHA, Americans Helping Americans, is a real estate investment firm. We buy, sell, fix, and flip. And then we have AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, right? Where we train and mentor people across the United States of America. So we got some cool stuff coming out in 2023. But for the purpose of this live meeting, right, I want to get into some of the down and dirty of the NODs, notice trustee sales, no money down, and a few other things, which is oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Got it. Okay. So, in regards to NODs, they're out there. I'm going to show a couple of videos and see if I can stream this real quick. I'm going to share a screen. And I'm going to show you a property that is in a pre-foreclosure status. Let's go with this one here. It's a bit of a POS, as I call them, to a degree. This one, anyways. It's Some people might put lipstick on a pig to try to get it sold, right? But let's go ahead and do this real quick. Hit the tab. We're going to play this over again. And we're just going to go ahead and play it. Okay. Here we go. All right. Hopefully you can hear it. Now, this particular property needs to go. This is in California. Big foreclosure. Trying to back payment. Decent area. Video floating around. David, I'm testing sure that he's always following up with that. So, we have particular property can stay outside. The ADU all that needs to be allowed to be 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, or a studio garage. All that you have to do is supply rent. Thing with this one is, hey, how we would find this located, right? You're looking for fresh property. It's a default. People that are in pre-foreclosure, people that have not paid their mortgage in probably 90 to 180 days. 20, 30, 40, $50,000 or more. And the goal there is to figure out and work out and negotiate a deal. That's where the art of the deal comes in, right? That's where AMP Live comes in. And that's what we do is we sit here and we work with you. And we want to work with you hand in hand and one-on-one. One is to show you how to find these deals, right? Where are these golden nuggets, right? Where are these bags of gold at the end of the day? But at the same token, how are we able to help fellow Americans get out of these crazy situations, right? Because we did have the Chinese virus and we had, the Corona thing and all that crazy stuff happen. But at the same token, some people got caught up, others didn't. The ones that did not, they can't go back and get a loan because their credit's gone. There's others maybe get a hard money loan, but they're not supposed to be able to get a hard money loan. But there are some crazy lenders that will loan. And the only alternative is, hey, they try their friends, their families, and all that good stuff. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. 9 times out of 10, nobody comes to the rescue. It's usually going to be an investor. And if it's us, it's we're coming to the rescue to go ahead and say we're going to see if we can help them out, make up the back payments, give them some money, fix it, flip it, all on our dime. Absorb the closing costs if they're flexible, and the sellers have to be flexible. If they're not flexible, then we're not going to be able to help them, right? Like for this particular one, they want to do what they want to do. They want a certain amount of money. A lot of times what they want and what they get are two different things, right? Because it just doesn't make sense. If they don't do anything, then it's going to go to the auction. If there's any equity, the investor is going to buy it. And then they're going to evict the sellers because they own the property now and they paid off the loan and everything, right? So, or whatever it's sold for. And then they're going to go and have the sellers that owned it, previous owners, vacate the property. And then they're going to take it over, fix it, and flip it. If nobody buys it at the auction, then it goes back to the bank as what's called an REO, real estate owned. They will take it back. They don't want them, trust me, because if they get too many loans on their books, right, then they can't get that money super cheap and then resell it to people, at the end of the day for loans and things of that nature. So they really want this thing to not go back on the books. They want somebody to buy it or take it over or get rid of it. They don't want it back. If they do get it back, they still have insurance, so the banks always win. They're going to get paid anyways. They'll go ahead and they'll get an agent, they'll clean it up, and then they'll sell it to recoup their loss. That's what happens. That's the process for NODs and NOTs, notice of defaults and notice of trustee sales. So if it goes to the auction, so the goal here is to catch them before they actually go to the auction. Okay. If they go to the auction, one second, let me see what we got here. I'm going to pull up another one and share that. Now, this other property is a, what do we got here? Oh, share screen. Oh, there you go. No. Okay. There it is. All right. See what we got here. We're going to start this one. This one's a fun one. It's a little longer, but we're gonna chop it up real quick. We're just gonna kind of speed through it. Let's see what we got right here. Let me test this. Echo. That's an echo. Boom, buy them and hope them or cash flow them, right? Super awesome stuff. And then we're gonna talk about some. Yes, I hate. Okay, let me go ahead and turn that off so it looks like we fix the problem. All right, so this one is an interesting property. It's a newer property. It's built in the 2000s. When you're looking for these types of properties, you're either going to surf for deals, what we call is like driving for dollars, but you do it on your computer or your iPhone or iPad, desktop, laptop, doesn't matter. We show you how to do that. We give you some simple templates. You do 10, 15, 20 of those a day. Some people do them in the morning, afternoon, and then in the evening, right? So you can start building a big pipeline. As you build a big pipeline, you get these leads that are coming in because we're going fishing or we're going fishing in a pond or an ocean where sellers are raising their hands saying, I want to sell my property. I want to sell my property. And then they'll respond back. And then we use templates to qualify them. They'll either fill it out in the comfort of their own home. About 90% will not because people are technically lazy or they think it's a scam or they don't have time. 10% will do it online. They'll fill out the lead gen form, and then 90% will not. The 90% is for you. That's where you learn. That's why some people want push button. They want the Staples button. They just want want everything easy. But where you're actually going to learn this business is by talking to sellers. That's a pro tip for you. Talk to sellers, but you also have to understand how to speak with them, right? How to figure out how to get that information, open-ended questions, sales 101, a little bit of psychology on top of that, tie downs, right? Getting those yeses so you can kind of maneuver them all the way through and then figure out a solution because if they will tell you how to sell them, they'll also tell you the solution that they need to make this deal happen, right? That's the difference between, I would say, the story of two, right? That's the difference between someone just going wham bam, thank you, man. Do you want to sell your house? Okay, yeah, I'll buy cash. And the other ones that actually build a relationship, right? Ask open-ended questions, not just yes or no questions, and they get more information, more intel. At the end of the day, they will tell them anything from birth until now, right? That's when you broke down that wall, and they're willing to work with you. Now you just got to keep on delivering, right? With every mistake, right, that you make, right, you lose trust. So you want to keep on rocking and rolling and moving forward and building that trust with them and letting them see results and who you are and credibility and all that good stuff and end up eventually going to the house, walking the house, and there's an art in doing all of that, right? It's a process like anything else. If you want to become a race car driver, you can't just jump in a car and start racing, right? You got to learn the mechanics, you got to learn the car, you got to learn the road, you got to learn dynamics. Then you got to practice, 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 and then you got to actually get in some races, try to beat some people, right? See if you're actually any good. So that's the same process, or you can even use the same analogy with boxing, right? You have to learn, you got to practice, you got to practice, practice, practice. You got to get yourself a coach and a mentor, and so you can figure out how to box for one. Then you got to practice, and then you got to get somebody to book you, and then you got to do some. Then you got to jump into the ring, hopefully not get your ass kicked, right? And that's what happens. About 97% of the people get their ass kicked in the industry or anything. If they start, then they give up. The goal here is mindset, mindset, mindset. You got to have mindset, right? So I always recommend pick up the book Think and Grow Rich, read it, study it, and if you don't know how to read, read a book properly. Everybody, hey, this is just my. I'm not saying you don't know how to read a book properly, but here's a pro tip: read it once, right, all the way through, and then read it again. Take about 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at night. No excuse. You can read it, and it's going to help you out in the morning. And then as you go into bed, your subconscious mind is going to have that book on your mind. It's just going to help you. It's going to change your world, right? It's going to change and reframe the way you think. And then read it again the second time and start highlighting. Then read it again the third time and start writing in the corners and start putting dates and stuff. Then read it a fifth time and read everything that's kind of transpired and see how far you've gotten, right? Now the book should pop up and say, "Hey, this is what's going on," and you should probably understand what the book's about. And as they say, right, it says, "Crack open a bottle of champagne if you drink. If you don't, then just get something else, some soda or something, or water or juice, and celebrate, right? Because that means your mindset and your frame of mind's changing. You're resonating at a higher level, which is an awesome thing. And it's hard to keep that level all the time, right? Because you got to stay around positive people, and sometimes that's hard to do, right? So you always have to keep yourself motivated because you are your biggest motivator. Now that's enough of that hoopla, but it's needed to get these notice to defaults, to get these notice to trustee sales. And once you learn the art of the deal, it doesn't matter because you can learn how to do seller finance, subject to existing financing, wholesaling, right? You can be a bird dog. At least you're going to be a little more powerful. And I guarantee you, you come aboard and work with us, you're going to learn more than a real estate agent or a broker. Within the first 6 months, you'll learn more, right, than an agent or broker that's been in the business for at least 5 years plus. I know some brokers that are been in the business 25 years and they don't know shit. It is what it is at the end of the day, right? But there's also a lot of awesome people out there. I'm going to share this video with you real quick. Let me go back to this real quick. Take a look. Okay. Here we go. We're going to go ahead and play this. This is awesome. This is a cool. It's a kind of a funny little video. We did have to edit it out because there's some f bombs and a few other things in here. But this is a cosmetic fixer. We love these because it's cosmetic. It's always carpet tile paint or carpet, and don't have to always be tile. Don't always have to be carpet, right? But you got to have some flooring in there, right? We just got to keep it simple. This one probably put some Pergo slate flooring. Go ahead and take care of the kitchens. Bathrooms are done. We're just going to touch them up and then go ahead and change the faucets and the knobs and the plates and the molding and doors and all that good stuff. But take a look. As you can see, the tile's not bad. People make excuses too when we talk to investors. Oh my God, it's going to need more than this.
He's leaving that door like that. I had to restart because that motherfucker fell on me.
On the property. Okay, I've been doing this enough times. You're not going to, unless you're, going to go ahead and spend 60, 70 bucks a square foot in a place where it doesn't call. It's not Laguna or La Jolla, right? Or even Hollywood. It's a nice area. It's family orientated. And it's just is what it is. Go ahead and do this. Keep rolling. It's probably the wrong one. I don't know what's playing, but we're gonna go ahead and put a pause on that one because I don't think that was the right video. But it's okay. I don't think that was the edited version. All good. As you can see, right, it's always live and uncut. So you got that particular property there. See what else we got. Fixer upper. That's that one. That one. This the right one? Let's try this. And you go check out our app. That's going to be down below in the links, right? If you're looking for properties, looking for exclusive deals, it's going to take you over to AHA, Americans Helping Americans, on some deals. And our last but not least, that was called Become a Friendship Deal Investor. What we got here? Friendship Deal Investor, right? Right here. All that means is, hey, you don't want to have to pick up a hammer. You don't want to have to find the deals. You don't want to have to fix, flip these things, buy and hold, negotiate, none of that. All you got to do is write a check, and then we'll go ahead and fix it and flip it and cut you a check with the return on investment secured by a first trust deed investment. First trust deed investing is what it's called, really. But we call them friendship deals, right? So we can work together instead of using the bank, right? We work with private investors. 5, 10, 15, 20, 100,000, 500,000, a million, 2 million, 5 million, $10 million in the bank, and you want to get a good return on investment secured by a piece of real estate, then this is the way to go. You cut a check, we fix it and flip it, put it back on the market, or we'll fix it and we'll turn it to Airbnb or sober living, assisted living, or some type of nursing place facility where or Airbnb, and get more money, get a better return on investment for the next 5, 10, 15 years, right? And just collect those checks. So that's a great way to go if you're not wanting to get involved and learn all the stuff that's needed to learn to get into this actual business, and you've saved some money and you just want to go that route. We'd love to speak with you. Reach out. It'll be in the link probably down below. Go ahead and copy that. So if you want to become a first trusted investor, you can go right here and click this, and it's going to take you just a little survey. Very simple, right? Only about 8 questions. It's going to ask for your information, your name, and a few other things, email and phone number and type of deal. Set an appointment with us. We love to talk with you. It'd be awesome, right? So that's something that we got on the table there. I'm going to go back to this one here. Okay, awesome. Let's see what else we got. If you want to be part of our 30-day challenge, go to this website. It'll be in the link down below. So we'll go ahead and share this with you. What we call Amp Life 30-day challenge. Watch this video. It's very powerful. If you go to the link, check it out. You got limited spots. It's very easy. You just got to click to register, and we'll definitely get together and we'll rock and roll. There's some testimonials from Martin and Victor and Ron Al. They all are able to get deals and contracts within a minimal amount of time because they show up to the party and they follow directions, right? So you got to be coachable. You got to follow directions. You're going to take action. If you take action, guarantee you're going to get some results. When you get those results, we're gonna talk about those results. That's where the magic happens, right? It may happen on the first, second, third, fourth aha. We call them aha moments where you're like, oh, aha, now I understand, right? So those will come down the wire. Sometimes it hit you the first time. Maybe it's the second, third, or fourth time. Does not matter. It's not a race. So the main thing is just understanding the concepts, right? So there'll be some cool little videos on here. You can register. It's very easy. You just click that, boom, a little bit of information, and then we'll take you to the next page, right? Put Erick, boom, continue. No payment required, complete, good to go. Look at that. That's going to take you to Amp Life's 30 days of live coaching, right? So this is going to be live coaching. We also got a 90-day program that's coming out, and that is for, let me see what we got here. And that's being pre-launched in 2023, January, February. It's a 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring. Now, in that particular program, 30 days, 30-day challenge, if you actually are up to it and you follow through with it, it's going to save you about probably 6 to 12 months of spinning your wheels in this business. 90 days coaching with interactive mentoring is going to save you about 1 to 2 years of spinning your wheels in this business. You don't believe me? Go out there and try it and see what's going on. You'll see what's on the wall. We've been doing this for a couple of decades in regards to real estate. First decade was just us doing real estate, real estate, real estate, and then started seeing all the nightmares from people and spending 50K for this and 30K for that program to get a bunch of PDFs and videos and the blind leading the blind in these social media groups and stuff, right? So I said, you know what? I think we can do better, and I think we got a better way of doing it, and something that's going to stick, right? Because I will tell you, when I got my mentor, of course, I had to pay my dues and build everything up. Well, I was working 60, 70, 80, 90 hours a week at a gig, right? A corporate gig, making them millions of dollars, not seeing my family or kids. So I decided, you know what? If it's true, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to learn it. So I became a bird dog. Then I got into selling contracts or wholesaling. Then eventually, I found my mentor, offered to buy him lunch. Now, here's a pro tip. Here's something that's cool. If you want to talk to a multi-millionaire, then offer to buy him lunch and then pick his brain. That's what I did. I heard it somewhere, read it in a book somewhere. I actually got enough and, got my balls together and fucking said, fuck it, I'm going to do it. I made the call. I did ask him, hey, Hal, I buy you lunch. I want to pick your brain. I want to show you what I'm doing. I love what you're doing. I love to, and he would say, I want to learn. I said, I just want to pick your brain. Sure, no problem. So, That's the story. That's basically what I did. I thought, of course, I didn't have a lot of money either, so I thought I was going to like buy him like freaking lobster and steak. I didn't even have enough money on that. I put on a little card that I had, and but he was cool. He was. This is where I got his stuff from too, right? Integrity, loyalty, and communication, as well as being humble, not being a prick or a dick. So he was just he was just a normal guy, and he's wanted to help. And he said, "Yeah, let's do a sandwich shop at the mall. No problem." I said, "No problem. I can handle that. $20, right?" So I met him there. Of course, I was all dressed to the nines. I'm always dressed up in a suit. That's because I believe whether you're coaching or mentoring or you're working with a real estate client, seller, buyer, does not matter. I think you should dress professionally because they expect that. I expect it. I expect people to, dress professional when they're working with me. You know, um, it's just little sticklers, right? I don't want to work with somebody who has a big old giant beard or their hair is all different kinds of colors and they got shit and earrings up in their nose and their face. I get it. It's okay. Place and time for that. When I got started back in the day, it was called rock and roll, right? You did those things because you actually did them. Now there's a lot of posers who just did their thing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to dress the part and I'm going to be the part and I'm going to be the best I possibly can and become the expert in my area. Same thing here. You want to give your sellers that respect, right? You want to give your buyers that respect. It's only going to give you your superpowers, right? Now, it doesn't mean can you not do this and you got tattoos and people are going to judge you? Of course, I'm not going to lie to you. People are going to judge you. People are going to look at you weird. But can it be done? Of course. This means you're probably going to work with people who have tattoos, right? And the ones that don't, or they don't care, hey, yeah, my friend, family's got tattoos, or if you can help them, they're not going to care what you look like or any of that stuff because it's all going to come from the heart, right? It's all going to come from integrity, loyalty, and communication. You can share that and you can give them some clout and some credibility. Then it doesn't matter what you look like at the end of the day, right? That's prejudging, but we live in a world where people judge. It's just the way it is. So, my superpowers are creative real estate investing, the art of the deal, as well as suiting up. That's my super cape, right? My Superman or whatever you want to call it, suit. And for me, and I love polos, so I'll wear those. That's my kind of dressing down polo thingy, right? Everybody has their thing, but that's just my recommendations to you. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I'm not even sure what we're at right now. Oops, something sounds like okay. The stream is having issues. Okay, now we're back. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. If you have any questions, reach out. Go to amplive.net. There'll be links below. Take the survey. Share some information with us. See if we're a good fit. We love to work with you. We're working with people throughout the United States. One-on-one mentoring. That is the selection process. 90 days, 30-day coaching, all that good stuff. It doesn't matter who you are. We're going to work with you in some capacity or manner, and then we're going to go from there. Okay. So you have an awesome, awesome time, awesome day, awesome weekend. Reach out if you want to do some deals. Reach out if you want to learn this business. We'll talk to you soon. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and shut this sucker down. You have any questions, Sebastian? Are you doing any deals now, Sebastian? I have some connection issues. Oh, it's just one of them days, huh? Sheesh. Anyway, hey Sebastian, you got any questions? Love to reach out to you, or you can always reach out. Reach out here, put your information in here, keep it private. Maybe we chit chat, talk. If you're wanting to get into real estate or you're doing some e-commerce stuff, I'm always curious about e-commerce and how that stuff works. LinkedIn. Let me see. Let's take a look. Can't post. Let me see. LinkedIn. Sure, we got LinkedIn somewhere. Sebastian. So is it Sebastian? Where you at? Caro? Where you located, Sebastian? Pull up LinkedIn real quick. Maybe that'd be easier. I'm gonna try to find you. Mine's AHA VIP. Pretty easy. AHA Americans Helping Americans. So put it right in here. Put it right in this little posty thingy. There you go. Looks like we got a little bit of technical difficulty again. There he is. Keeps timing out. All right, cool. There's the link right there. It's AHA VIP. Are you doing any real estate stuff right now, Sebastian? All right, we'll close that out real quick. Oh, not at the moment. Oh, okay. Any reason why? Just looking. What state you in, Sebastian? Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. Ohio's pretty hot. Ohio, Missouri. Find the multi-families, multi-units, cash flow. Uh, Texas is going to explode. It's already kind of Texas has already exploded. A lot of people want to move to Texas. I also want to do business in Texas, but it's going to be a melting pot. It's going to be super hot market for um, creative real estate investing. Boston, oh cool, okay. And we're out here in SoCal, crazy Southern California, crazy California. That's where we're at. We got some shitty peeps running the state, unfortunately. Oh, cool. You focus on. Gotcha. What type of e-commerce you doing? Is it like Amazon, selling stuff on Amazon or a store? Always fascinated about the marketing and stuff like that. We've come a long way. The last cycle with real estate, right? People wouldn't break out their credit cards, right, and buy stuff online. They're paranoid. They wanted, hey, I'm going to go to the store and buy it. Go to the store and buy it, right? And thanks to Amazon, right? They're like, hey, everybody's cool now. Here's my card. This, that. Everybody shops online, and of course, things got even better for them dogs, right? Making tons of money doing this stuff, right? Sure, no problem, man. Amazon FBA, awesome. Yeah, maybe let's talk because I want to talk to you a little bit about that stuff. I'm interested in doing some of that and rebranding, and I know there's some guys out and gals that are out there doing some crazy stuff with that. But yeah, definitely reach out, hit me up on LinkedIn there, and let's definitely chat. Let's definitely talk and see if we can do some business together. Vice versa, either way. And you make put all that money you're making on Amazon, man. You want to put it in real estate, right? Because as you know, technology changes, right? Technology changes and things change, but real estate is real estate, right? There's two things that people need in this life, right? It's food and shelter, food and shelter, food and shelter, food and shelter, brother. Invest in the shelter. right? Invest in the shelter, man. Okay. So take a look at that. Yeah, we can be reached at 424 That's the office number, or national number 888-828-1468. Share it with others. Let's, hey, see if we can work together. Here you go. Shoot me a text. Text is always best. I do not answer my phone, unfortunately. I get so many calls. So, but shoot a text and definitely, hey, I know who you are. Let me know who you are, and we'll reach out. We'll set up a time. We'll chat. Cool. So you have an awesome one, man. You take care and enjoy your weekend. All right. So hopefully you got some good pro tips on here and things of that nature. But Boston's a hot little market too. Let's see if we can find some properties out there. Okay. So you know, keep on rocking and rolling there, Sebastian, and then hopefully we'll chat. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here. So because obviously we got like to get these things and then we can monetize them. And oh yeah, personal number. Yeah, shoot me up on hit me up on LinkedIn, and I'll get you my personal number. Okay, we'll chit chat directly and shoot me a text. Set up a time. We do an appointment and speak. Cool. All right. So, but our joint, get together with this, get together, and we'll do some business. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. So, looks like we got about 42 minutes into this thing. So, this was live and uncut to the bone for sure, for sure, right? And just wanted to get in the can because we had some technical difficulties. Supposed to do this at 2. Got a little frustrated, pissed off. So, oh, I can't. We're going to move it to 4. And at the same token, it's a sales day and it's a field day, so there's a lot of stuff going on. But I always like to, once we set these up, let's just get them done, right? So, without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. I'm Eric from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part, get America back on track together with you. And AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, the only program of its kind where we train and mentor you and others across the United States of America. It's our cause and mission to help our fellow Americans or anybody who wants to get out of the JOB and move into the lane of a maverick or entrepreneur. I like to call them mavericks, right? That's what we're doing, right? So we're moving forward and we're forging forward, and you just want to come behind us and then eventually learn this stuff and branch off into your own branch and do your thing, build a legacy for yourself, build a legacy for your family. Because real estate is one of the safest. It's risk. Everything has risk, right? But it's one of the safest places to put your money. And when people are actors and they're athletes and things of that nature, where do you think they put their cash? When they make a bunch of money, where do they put their money? Real estate. Exactly. So think about those things. I'm going to sign out here. Rock and roll in all that you do. This is obviously being sponsored by Amplified Media and VIP Execs, right? Amplified Media is a marketing and broadcasting and media company, as well as VIP Execs is a traditional real estate side of the business. So if you want to learn that business or learn loans and hard money, reach out. But I am the head of AHA and Amp Live, and our jam is creative real estate investing, the art of the deal, and the private sector. That's what we do. All right. So without further ado, rock and roll on all that you do. Have an awesome, awesome week. And we're cruising into 2023. So let's get together and rock and roll and kick 2023's ass. Okay. So you have an awesome one. Take care. Bye bye.